I have never done this introduction since I've been doing live, but that is exactly what I am trying to do with this channel. So as you guys come in, go ahead and say hello, check in, and let's get this party started. I got some new information for you guys today, so hopefully we can all get to see this together. I believe that it's important for the American people to be informed of what's going on across the world and how important it is that we actually get to see what's going on around us. We all love the world. We love people. We love other countries. We want other countries to be successful. That is a fact, and I stand behind it. Today we're going to be talking about Mexico. There was a 4.5 hour House of Senate meeting, which, well, it wasn't today, but it's been, I think it's like maybe 4 days ago. The Senate had a hearing and it broke up into a fight. Probably most of you guys know by now, but you guys probably only seen the clip of the fight, but don't know exactly what happened before that fight broke out. So we will talk about that in just a bit. We'll give you guys a chance to get in here. And hopefully, hey Omar, welcome back, brother. I just saw your name there. This is going to be an interesting one, and hopefully we get a little bit more support than last time on this subject. You know, a lot of people judge me. Hey Casey, thank you, Quinn. Loser. Lahu, sir, her, he says. Very important, guys. I think it's very, very important that you stay. Wait, how is Casey Queen calling me a loser? My #1 fan. Omar is my #1 fan. I gotta complain to YouTube about this one. Oh man, do I got a juicy one for you guys today, man. Let's see. Omar is my #1 fan, not Casey. There you go. Let me find something for you, my friend. Let me find something for you. Give me a second. Give me a second. We'll get this baby going. This is Casey. Sorry, Omar. Oh man. Elmar, your letters come out green, so I give you a green laughing out loud face. And then Casey gets the loser crying since he wants to come in here and say loser right away. Omar, there we go. #1 fan. You're back on top, baby. I'm thinking about tariffs and October 14th Supreme Court ruling they are illegal and oh, this is juicy. Omar, you're going to like this information that I got for you. I think we have found the gold mine, and it comes all the way from Mexico. So I can't wait to share this one with you guys. Stay tuned. We will talk about a lot of things that I feel are connected. But let's try to get some people in here, check in, communicate, say hello, tell us where you're from. I want to know what states we're talking to, what countries, if we have people from international countries. I want to say thank you to my seniors that have been visiting my channel. I think that even though we have a lot of youth out there, 20s, 30s, we need to train these people to be respectful to our elders. We need to take care of our senior citizens. And yeah, we got crazy senior citizens out there as well, but we need to take care of our senior citizens. Nathan, hey, what's up, Nate? What's going on, baby? So 1934, 64, 77, and 88 and 2005 Congress granted president power over trade tariffs under Article 1, Section 8. That is correct. And also 1977 also was, wait, oh, never mind, sorry. You put it in there. My bad. Yes. Now, I am very, I don't want to say too excited, like a happy excited, but I am a little bit of excited because we have been talking about what Donald Trump has been doing, and people think that we're just Trumpsters, that we just love the man and the man is who we follow. No. What he is doing is what we asked him to do. We asked him to get rid of illegal immigrants. He's trying to do that. We asked him to secure the border. He's doing that. We asked him to fix our economy. Guys, you will not believe what I found out. And I will say, I found this out by pure curiosity, okay? Illegals again. I'm so sorry, East Los Angeles Live. It's not really about illegals this time, I promise. We have to mention it because that is part of the things, right? Make America money again. Let's go. Will, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Thank you for joining the chat. Sergio, ask someone to fix your accent. No. I don't want to fix my accent. I want my accent to be a little bit stronger so that I can represent my Latino community a little bit better. Matter of fact, I wish that I had Antonio Banderas' accent. That's the accent that I want. I can't fake it because if I try to fake the Spanish accent, I sound Russian, and that's not the goal. So I'm going to keep my broken English, okay? Sergio is ashamed of me. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to show some facts that even though you are ashamed of me, we'll find out who you should really be ashamed of after I drop a bomb on you guys of truth with facts and articles that you can go look up them yourselves. So we are going to get deep into this. Delilah says, Sergio, you should be ashamed of yourself. Thank you, Delilah. Don't worry about these fools. These ignorant people will eventually have some knowledge and truth in their life so that they can actually speak facts. Insulting my accent really tells me that you love listening to it. But I appreciate the criticism. Maybe I should speak a little bit better. We don't support pedophiles. Neither do we. Because Donald Trump, our president, is not a pedophile. So there is that. We support patriots. Amen, brother. Say that again. Man, I'm telling you what. I am so excited because after 4.5 hours of listening to a Mexican Senate hearing, oh my goodness, have I found out how we have been so right about everything that we have said about Trump, about what he's doing and his international work, trying to get these cartels taken care of in Mexico. You will not believe what they have been saying on the Senate hearing in Mexico. And my goodness, I love it. This is why I think it's important for people to listen to news. Listen, I understand that you might think it's boring to listen to a hearing from Mexico when it comes to the Senate, but I think it's so important so that we can determine what they are all about. And I came to find, before we get into the Mexico thing, you're going to love what we found out in Mexico. Let me see who else is in here. Jeremiah Joseph says, when you're talking, you're not listening. That's why I am talking. Lunar, isn't it pathetic to buy views? I don't buy views. Jeremiah says, shame on you, bro. I'm not sure who is that for. Bro's playing make-believe. Yeah, because the Senate of Mexico is a fake organization. Absolutely. Jesus Rivera, MAGA, make America great again. MAGA land now, says Adam Farrell. God bless you, patriots. God bless you and your family. I wish you the best. Much love to you guys. And I'm a little bit excited because my sickness has gone away a little bit, even though I still have the ugly, sick dog face, which is to entertain you guys so you can make fun of me. And also a little bit of yellow on my teeth so that you guys can enjoy criticizing my teeth. Will, there was a whole fight, punches thrown in the Mexican Senate. Will, we're going to talk about why they were throwing punches, and we'll get into it. You are going to be surprised of how right the American people have been all along. We're going to make a new hat, right? Gavin Newsom is already stealing Donald Trump's lines. He has made a hat that says Newsom was right about everything, right? Well, we're going to make another one. We're going to put the American people have been right about everything. Oh, man, I'm so excited, guys. I am so excited. Danny Ramos says, God bless President Trump. Let's go. Andrew Ristow says, MAGA, let's go. Goku? Okay, you lost me there, bro. My bad. Maybe a little typo at the end, but we will forgive it this time. We love you, Trump. Keep going, MAGA. Let's go. Adam Farrell says, that's new scum. You guys be nice. Be nice. I am feeling very, very good today. It is Sunday. It is a rest day. And this is, to me, it's not work. This is actually fun, and I am enjoying myself. What is that? Nothing for me? What is it? Let's take a look. Give me a gift. I like gifts. What the hell is this? Hold on, guys. I am so curious. Anxiety just kicks in. I got to find out what the hell is going on. What the hell is this? Oh, wow. I thought it was something important. It's just pens for my daughter. Oh my goodness. All right. Give that to my little bit sketches. It's her pen with the eraser. She asked for some of those. All right, but let's continue here. Let's see. Irma Bauer says, hello, Dennis. Love an intelligent man. Oh, well, I hope that you're not talking just about Trump. I hope that's also me. Joseph Rodriguez says, let's go. I want to pay more for my groceries. Oh, man. You know what? We are going to be talking truth about that. But I got some juice. All the way from Mexico City. Man, I'm going to tell you something. We have been talking a lot about what Trump is doing. Now, before we talk about Mexico, I want to point something out. And you guys be the judge, and you can say what you will about this. Jemben says, ask Newscom what happened to the billions for the rail project. Man, brother, I am telling you, these people think we're fools. Now, not only is he breaking California, right? Not only is he missing those $85 billion, but he really thinks he can run for president? Like, seriously, where does he think that American people are? I find that we have more Americans waking up each day. And when I say Americans, it's not just Republicans. See, Americans is all ethnicities, both Democrats, liberals, independents, whatever. A lot of patriots are waking up to the truth that is, these guys are trying to destroy our United States of America. They're trying to make us lose our freedoms. You know why? Because they want to be in control. And the more freedoms we have, the less control they have. Eddie Hanna says, don't bother me, dude. Hey, bro, I ain't your bro. That's what I heard when he said that. I don't know. He wrote it down. Nathan Dunlop says groceries in Washington State are high because of our state tax. Absolutely 100%. I agree with you. And our state inflation, not because we are deporting illegals. Absolutely. Oh, man, we're going to touch up on that, baby. We're going to touch up on that. But it's not going to be about illegal aliens. I want you to know that. We will mention that, but it's not about that. It's deeper than that. You will see what I'm talking about. 4.5 hours I have spent researching this information, and believe me, it was painful, but I'm going to share it with you. Will says, and the billions of hope for homeless. Oh, my goodness. Daniel Peckham says, why are you so obsessed with Trump? That person was referring to you when they said intelligent man. I appreciate you, man. I know, I'm just being sarcastic, man. But you admittedly get credit to Trump. What happened to your balls? I don't know. The wife still loves me. That's all that matters. Fifth Sunday singing at the church tonight. Got to be there, says Navy Corpsman. I'm a bot says, you just describes Trump NGA. I don't know what's NGA. You mean NGO? I know what you're saying. Saved by Grace says, Dennis, my brother, I will see you later. God bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and keep your perfect peace. Man, thank you, Saved by Grace. God bless you. Right back at you. I hope that the Lord blesses you 10 times fold, my friend. Eddie Hammer likes to laugh. Eddie says, you got me. God bless you, Eddie, man. I like it. You can take it. Don't come over here insulting me if you cannot take it back, all right? Because I will give it back to you. I'll try to be funny and nice about it, but just know, if you bring it, you better stick with it, all right? All right, much respect for you, Eddie. Appreciate that. Peter Valenti says, how do they take our freedom? Soldiers on the streets. Guys, soldiers on the streets are also free. They are also Americans. That's not the military police telling us what to do and what not to do. They are there to protect you. You should be happy they are there. As a matter of fact, it is an honor to see the military in front of you. You know, when you have nothing to hide and you have done no crime, you will really realize how great it is to have our military on the streets. It's nothing to be offensive about. As a matter of fact, the one thing that you should be offended about is having criminals with guns out there trying to stick you and rob you and steal your car and killing people. That's who you should be worried about, not the military. The military is not there arresting American law-abiding citizens. They are there to get rid of the other half that is dark in our cities. So don't be ashamed of that, brother. Be happy, celebrate them, tell them God bless you when you see a military car going by instead of going out there and insult them. Our freedoms, our liberty, shut up. Go over there and be like, power to you. God bless you. Thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for the sacrifice that you do. All those men and women deserve our gratitude, our respects. Don't hate our military. That is the people that fight for us. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be free today. Just saying. Just saying. Man, Maddie, welcome back, brother. You understand every homeless person wants to live in a climate like California. They move across the country to live outside in a place that's nice outside to sleep. Maddie, did you know that, this is what I've heard from my Hawaiian friends. They say that we are deporting, it's not deporting, we are relocating homeless to Hawaii. I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say. And it makes total sense, right? The climate that you just mentioned. That's why it came up to my mind, because you said that. Pascal says, go pick my fruits, loser. If you give me $10 a basket, why not? It's honest living, good money. The faster you work, the more efficient you are, the more money you make. I like it. Let's see. Celeste says, you are out of your mind. Celeste, be nice. That does not fit a beautiful lady. Don't use that language, okay? Be good to yourself so that you can be good to others. All right. Cindy says, yeah, they for Israel. Sorry, I mean USA. Oh, we are for Israel. Absolutely, 100%. Feels like we aren't free in America. Rolando Galvez, I agree. I think that criminals are more free than we are as law-abiding citizens, but hopefully that will change. Man, I got some juice for you guys from Mexico, man. I can't wait to tell you, but I want to address everybody's chats in here, and we're going to touch up on a couple of things. The usual support, says Dracula. Trump is burning those Epstein files right about now. You know who wishes they were burning those files? Hillary Clinton. Because they left bags of files that were supposed to be burnt, and they are just going through them, my friend. Those are the people that wish they were burning files. So Trump burned those Epstein files. Stick says, Dennis is a true American. May the good Lord bless you. Thank you, Stick. God bless you right back, my brother. I appreciate the support. Much love to you guys. David says the Skynet is coming. Judgment Day is upon. I know. I love the Terminator as well, but you're right, my friend. I don't know when the actual hour and date it will be, but hopefully later than sooner. You know what I'm saying? I myself, I want to be selfish. I want to be able to spend more time with my kids. I want to be able to have more sunny days at the beach and the island. I want to enjoy my kids laughing, enjoying themselves in an environment that is peaceful and safe, and everybody is just loving everybody. You know, that's what I want. Alberto Manzo says, Governor Dennis, happy to be here. Hey, Albert, thank you for your support, brother. I am really I am really looking into running for real. I am saving that money to pay to get my name on that ballot. Cool Cat Renee. Hi there, friend. How are you? God bless you all the way down to South Cali. Good to have you on my chat. Hulk be smashing. You can't go outside without wearing your master's brand every day. What, this flag? I can wear this anywhere. I have worn my Make America Great Again, and a lot of people give me compliments on it. Some people get upset. I really don't care. We're in a free country. But I also don't want to go over there and entice people either. So I have to have some respect. Sapien says Epstein Islands with a bunch of girls. It says, go have something on your chin. I don't know what that means, Angel. I'll let you do that. Isabel speaks. Billy, MAGA, Make America Great Again. Democrats had Epstein list. Why didn't they release it? Because the only guilty one in there is probably Bill Clinton, and he's a Democrat. They don't want to have the Democratic name being ruined, even though they have already done that because they're no longer Democrats. Now we know that the freaking communist, socialist, Marxists have taken over the Democratic Party. People don't see that, but we see it, and we're going to call it out every single time. Hulk, the Incredible Crybaby. That's a good one, John. Very good. Hector Chavez says, what the freak? Did this food pop in my feed? This, what, lame, the algorithm trying to make me a puppet too. Hector Chavez, maybe they thought that you were going to be in the Hispanic feed. And, well, it is what it is, my friend. If you don't speak English, I can understand by the way you're writing that you might have problems with English, but don't worry, we won't judge over here. We still love you, man. At least you're trying to say some stuff in English. Let's see. Third Vision Garage says, free America from AIPAC and release the list. Guys, AIPAC, just so you know, if you really think that AIPAC is bad, I'm going to tell you right now, you're mistaken. Most money goes to different places. AIPAC does not get the money that these other organizations are getting. As a matter of fact, if AIPAC was a bad thing, we would not be getting all the technology that we get and information from Israel. So I still support them. Those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, that conversation was not for you. McDaddy says, are you a coconut? If that's what you want to call me, that's fine. But I think white is purity. So, hey, look at that. White shirt, wrinkled, but yeah, it's still white. Yapping a PDF. Okay. All right, here we go. We are going to have to start getting into this news. And I want to start off with Russia just admitted exactly what everyone but Trump already knew about Putin's Ukraine plans. How many agree with that title? Russia just admitted exactly what everyone but Trump already knew about Putin's Ukraine plans. How many of you agree to that? I know my patriots, American people that use common sense will say no. They don't agree with it, but here we go. I'm going to tell you something before we get into reading this article today, okay? People, for some reason, don't seem to understand. Now, mind you, the juice is coming from Mexico. This is not it. This is just how we're going to kick it off, all right? What people don't understand is this. Okay, here we go. In March, I think it was in March, tariffs, boom, popped out. Reciprocal tariffs, by the way. And then we had to do that so that we can get the world to come in, discuss, make deals with us. Okay, what's going on? You guys been making money from us, but we're not making money from you. What's happening, right? Everybody was like, oh, no, we're going to destroy the economy and the stock market's crashing. You can see it right now. It's crashing. Now, the fools that believe that probably lost thousands of dollars. But the fools that are actually not fools actually invested in the stock. And they bought stock when it was low. And guess what happened? The stock market went right back up. People made millions of dollars, obviously, because they invested millions. So they made millions even more. I know that I benefited from that, the tariffs being put on. My 401k is looking very pretty. I don't know about yours, but mine is. With that being said, tariffs was put in place by the president, which was allowed by Congress, to put tariffs on China, Russia, Mexico, and Canada. I'm just going to leave those 4 countries right there. He made those tariffs so that we can make deals. Okay? So what happens now? We are looking at Russia. Nobody can have Putin come to the table and talk directly with the president. Watch what happens, and I want you to take a look to see who is damaging our country. It's not President Trump, I will tell you that as much as you want me to say it. It's not him. But watch this. Tariffs, boom, 100%. President right now at this time, he is 100% in charge of that, and he can raise sanctions, and he can raise the tariffs as much as you want. And here comes Putin, and he says, okay, hey, I will sit down with you. Let's talk, right? President Donald Trump welcomes him, flies a B-2 over the head with 4 fighting jets just to flex a little bit of our most powerful military force on earth, right? Boom, got it. We talked to Putin. Putin says, okay, I like what you're saying. We're going to go from here, and we're going to get on it. Now what happens? We have a deal where Putin is actually thinking about making this deal with Ukraine. We know Zelensky talks a lot of crap. He can't back it up. Not that the Ukrainians are weak. No, they are very strong people. And of course, they can fight until their death. But here's the problem. Now that the judicial court is calling these tariffs illegal against our president, Donald Trump, look what Russia says. The Kremlin has confirmed that it will continue its full-scale invasion of Ukraine throughout autumn in a major blow to Donald Trump's peace efforts. Really? Guess how he comes to that conclusion? He smells a little bit of weakness in our government. He knows that as much as President Donald Trump is trying to be tough and is being tough and is doing whatever he can to make these leaders throughout the world respect America, he knows that even the judicial courts are against him, and eventually he could lose that power. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I bet on Trump. Russia, if they keep messing up like this because they think that the judicial court is going to stop Trump from doing what he needs to do, they're going to pay a big price. That's what I'm going to tell you right now. So the only reason why Putin is kind of backing down to what he talked about with President Donald Trump is because judicial system and the Democrats in Congress are against our president, and they are counting on them to destroy the very one weapon that we have to make them deal with us. 100%. Like it or not, I don't care. It is the truth. Why didn't that happen before the judicial court said that about Trump's tariffs? Think about it. We're not fools, and we're all watching, and I know that you're watching. If you don't get it, I understand. Ignorance is bliss for most. But where I seek ignorance, I seek the truth. I go search for the facts, and that's what I'm into. And that's why I get excited, because the dots are connecting left to right. And everything that we, the American patriots, have been saying with common sense has been proven to be truth. And watch, the moment that Donald Trump's team fights back and confirms that the president has the power to make this tariff stick, Putin is going to want to talk again. It's a fact. Watch. And if he doesn't, he's going to pay dearly with sanctions. And if India is buying oil from Russia, we're going to tariff them as well. We're going to put sanctions on them as well. And China supports Russia, we're going to put tariffs again on them. Their economy is already crashing, and we know the economy is crashing in China. We see it left and right. Do we not? It's in the news. Watch the China Observer. These guys don't care about how China tries to oppress the press. They are still out there telling the truth, even if it means their life. It's a fact. You have to. Somebody told me yesterday on my life, they said, I don't care about Venezuela. Venezuela's not my country. I said, if you care about the United States and you see that Venezuelan terrorist organizations are in here, where do you have to go to find the truth? To the root of the problem. And where is the root of the problem? In Venezuela. But that's not the juicy information that I got for you today. You guys already heard that the Senate in Mexico got into a fist fight. But you guys don't know what's happening over there in Mexico. And I'm excited because something is going on in Mexico. Venezuela. Man, I feel so bad for the good Venezuelans, but I also feel they're about to be freed. Now, I wanted to touch up on that. And hopefully, the judicial system gets fixed. I pray to God that our judges receive common sense and take a look at what's happening to our country. What is working? What is good and what is the best for our people in this country? What is the best for our nation? How do we bring respect back into the American country? How do we bring respect back to our military forces? We need to respect authority. I listened to a very wise person, and it's actually, I believe it was like a movie scene. But they were talking about, we have been trying to run this country from according to our morals. And we keep talking about morals, but we keep pushing God away from all those morals. And what happens is that people, instead of listening to what Christ, the authority is, they are rebelling against these morals because it is man-made morals. And so we cannot separate from God. You see, somebody told me that we got to separate God and politics. Well, to a certain extent, right? If it was me, this country will have its national religion Christian, period. And nobody else should have the right to practice their doctrinations on this country. Now, the freedom of religion to me will be only to Christians, not to any radical groups of other religions. That's just my take, okay? But I'm not the person that makes that change. I'm just saying, that's what I would do. This was built as a country from Christian values. It should be a national Christianity country. Christian country, sorry. Right? Kind of like the UK, except those are wusses over there that are being run over by illegal immigrants that are demanding benefits. Calling them, you are a Christian country. You're supposed to welcome me. You're supposed to help me. You're supposed to support me. Guess what? No. Christian countries are to welcome migrants, not illegal immigrants, not criminals. That's not how it works. And as a matter of fact, you are supposed to assimilate to the country where you are. That's my thoughts about that. Now, the same thing is happening here, but there's more dark forces working behind it. In Venezuela, Maduro, it's over there mobilizing his military, which he has probably millions of soldiers. And he thinks that we're going to have thousands and hundreds of thousands of soldiers going through the Venezuela land trying to find them. But that's not how we do war anymore. Now we're just going to find the location of where Maduro is. And if he doesn't want to come to trial for all the criminal activities that he has done and all the all the war crimes that he has committed, we're just going to take him out. Remember 3 precision strikes on a nuclear facility in Iran. If they haven't learned the lesson, they will learn the lesson again. We don't need to go into Mexico. We got some birds that can destroy anything from over 50,000 feet up in the air, all the way to the ground with a very precision strike. So if these fools think that we're going to send hundreds of thousands of military troops to go into Venezuela, he is so mistaken. We're going to take them out so fast, it's going to be crazy. And we're going to liberate the people of Venezuela from the tyrannical government. And that's a fact. Hey, babe, how are you? Thanks for joining. Judeo-Christian values our Constitution was built on. I agree. Amen. 100%. El Pinche says, no memes. El Pinche, I got some news for you from Mexico. You're going to love this one. And maybe you align with the leftists in Mexico, but the right is always right. Isn't that crazy? That's a crazy thing to say. Dear Trump, please deport this guy. Pat Harrison, they cannot deport American citizens. What's wrong with you, man? Slave owners often use the Bible to justify owning slaves. I agree. And many actually don't understand what servants and slaves are. You see, the servants that they had in the South were treated more like slaves, but the servants that they had in the North were actually treated like servants. And the South hated them and called them Uncle Tom because they were jealous that they were treated very much different. And guess what? The North side is the Republican side. The Southern side are the Democrat side. So if you defend the Democratic side, sorry to tell you, you're on the wrong side. With that being said, many people have used the Bible, have used the Quran for the Muslim people to oppress people. I get it. That is 100%. But that's not God. You see, even though the wolf dresses as sheep, we still have to protect the sheep. So we got to find out where these wolves are so that we can keep the sheep safe. And people don't understand that. So what do? They take to crime. How do you go, oh, well, the Christians are so crazy, I'm just going to become a criminal? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? It says, Muffle says, y'all rape slaves too, then the next day yapping about God. Dirty, fake hypocrites. Are you talking about the Vikings? Vikings' rule was to pillage and rape. Did you know that? Yeah, why don't you go talk about the Vikings, see how that goes. It's a white man's slave religion. Oh, yeah? Let me tell you something. Guess who was enslaving first? The black people were enslaving white people and everybody they can enslave around across the world. We didn't go over to Africa to enslave Africans. We took servants from Africa that were actually slaves, and we took them when we went over to free our American people. Now, you guys don't know history, but you better go find and learn some history so that you don't look ridiculed when you're making stupid comments like that. Because Africans were first to enslave the white people. They enslaved their own people because it was the only way that they can raise an empire. They went from village to village, taking out the weak and making the rest of them slaves so that they can build their empire. Come on, man. Don't blame the white man for your stupidity. Let's go. All right, so you guys already know that there was a fight in the Mexican Senate hearing, right? But what you guys don't know is how it got there. Now, before I get to this fight, let me read something to you really quick. This is from 2024, okay? This is the election time for the Mexican president. And of course, the mayors and the governors and all this stuff, right? Check this out. There was around 30, let's see, what do you call this? Political assassinations, I guess that would be the translation. And what happens? Watch this. Every single one of these political candidates, they were running for mayor, for governor, and even president. These guys, man, I wish I can translate fast. Man. Cerca de 100 millones de mexicanos estarán llamados a votar. There was over 100 million Mexicans called to vote, right? There is a list of people, political opponents, to what they have right now in office. Peep this. All the politicians that were acquired recently on the left side of the Mexican government, look what happened to their opponents. 30 of them. Shot in the head. 1, 2, 3, all of them murdered. Political assassinations. Now you have the left side of the Mexican government that benefited from all these deaths. And every single state that counts. Tell me if that's not coincidence. And then on top of that, they laugh and mock and insult, like very vigorously insult, the right side of the Senate for the Mexican government. And guess what? Mexico used the same machines that over 95 countries have used to cheat on elections, including Americans. And you say, Oh, you guys didn't accept the election on 2021. You guys complained that there was some evil doing and somebody cheated the election. No, we don't complain. We are right. They cheated the election. How is it possible that you're going to have a mayor? Guys, make this sense. Make it make sense. You have a mayor that has less than 5% approval from the voter population, and yet he is a mayor. It's rigged. A lot of mayors actually got caught stealing mail-in ballots. That's a fact. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Before the fight took place in the Mexican Senate, this was what they were arguing. The left side kept saying that they have to fight for democracy. Does that sound familiar? Democracy, save democracy, they say. Yeah, hypocrites. And then they also said, man, how would you, the nation, in Spanish we said la patria, right? Which is the nation. They say that they are holding on to their patriotic duties of not fighting against crime, drug crime, the cartels, okay? The right side is saying, listen, back in 2004 or 6, we begged the Americans to help us to stop this crime from multiplying. And you guys said no. The Mexican people, even in the government, wants the United States of America to come and help. But this illegitimate president, I will say, and all these mayors and governors and people that are in the Senate and in the House of Representatives from Mexico, they have all benefited from these 30 political assassinations that happened during the elections. That is no coincidence. I don't care what anybody says. If you doubt what I'm saying, go look it up. And if you speak Spanish, be honest to yourself. And hopefully you have some type of honesty inside your heart and that you're going to share that information with the world. I am telling you, Americans, you have been right about everything all along. I'm telling you, I am so happy that I speak Spanish. I am so happy that I come from a third world country where they taught me what patriotism is, where they taught me how to be loyal to the land that provides for me and my family. And even though I love Honduras and I still have some loyalties to my countrymen, my loyalty 100% belongs to the American people and to this nation, because I am an American citizen that lives in this country and will live in this country, and where my children will have their future built, and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, if Jesus doesn't come back for us yet. So of course I'm going to have to speak the truth, and of course I'm going to support the United States 100%. Let me tell you something. Every single thing that the left is doing against the United States right now, Mexico is going through the same thing. Venezuela has been going through it for decades, the same thing. And look at the results before they come a full throttle over here to the United States of America. Before it comes to full throttle, take a look at Venezuela. Look at Cuba. Even my sister from Jamaica says that she was against Cuba because she knows what's going on over there. Look what's happening to Canada. They're falling apart. Carney, the Prime Minister from Canada, says, oh, we are a Muslim nation. What? Since when? They're bending. They're bending the knee. They're turning. They are going to end up just like Venezuela. Lucky for Canadians, like people from Alberta, Saskatchewan, from BC, they are tired of the mistreatment that the left is doing in Canada. And why is it that left parties on all these countries are doing the same thing? They're following the same agenda, just like the legacy media. As soon as Shift leaked some information about the Russia collusion, the legacy media went, oh, this is true. Oh, hey, now we got them. This is what happened. Look, Trump is bad. Orange man evil. Who we got? Russia collusion. Russia collusion. It was all BS. And now we know, 8 years later, Imagine that. Man, we're living in some crazy times, man. Crazy times. I see some flags over here. What's going on here? Rafael Rodriguez says, if we are not careful, Puerto Rico will become the next Cuba, or Venezuela the next Nicaragua. Venezuela is too late, my friend. Nicaragua is actually kind of fighting back. So we're not too bad on there. But I doubt Puerto Rico will be the next Cuba because Puerto Ricans are not that stupid. That's just what I believe. I could be wrong. But if Puerto Ricans need assistance from Donald Trump, they should call it out. They shouldn't wait until it's too late. So good point right there, my friend. Canada, grow a pair. Absolutely, Albert. Love the Hialeah Cuban exiles. Why even debate it? People will forever be idiots. You're not going to change their minds. Jim, I agree, but we still have to yell out the truth. And this is what I'm saying, guys. Don't take my word for it, okay? I'm just a simple Joe, like many of people out there, okay? But I want you to do the research. I get it. Americans will not go and listen to Mexican news. They will not go listen to Venezuelan news. I get it. I'm here. This is what I'm going to do. And I hope that a lot of Latinos are start doing that. Matter of fact, President Donald Trump, if he ever watched my lives here, I want to go work for you and bring out some news from the Hispanic countries and people, and I want to help the administration. Maybe one day I can do that from Washington State. I will tell you something. Things will change in the Washington State. Number one, benefits, strictly for Americans only. There's going to be a physical examination for anybody that wants to apply for any benefits. If they are found that they are able to work, their butts better be working and giving something back to the state. If there is illegal immigrants that are holding good status of no violence, no crime, and they have been behaving, I don't care if they have been illegal, we'll find a way to fight for them and give them some papers to keep them here. They got to prove loyalty to the United States of America, and they got to prove that they respect the American people and that they want to make this country great again. Then we're going to work on how we can go about legislation. We need the executive orders to fix our country. We are not going to side with the LGBTQ. We're not going to side with the Christians. We're not going to side with a specific group. We're going to make sure everybody respects each other the same way. We are not going to allow one group to be more than the other, period. Neither Christians will be above the LGBTQ, neither LGBTQ is going to be above Christians. That's not how it's going to work. Everything has to be equal. And I believe that. And it's not the same as equity. Equality is not the same as equity. There is going to be no DEI. If we have a certain group that is smart and that can prove to do the job better than the other, that gets the job. I will fight to make sure that people, the citizens, residents, legal migrants, also take first priority on us taking care of them. We want to make sure that we have fair tariffs for anybody that wants to use our port. We will tax the people less and less as we make more money from tariffs. If people want our business, which they do, we are 1/3 of the market in the world, they will pay tariffs. And the American people will pay less taxes. That's how that works. If the government, the federal government makes enough money to sustain themselves from tariffs, guess what happens to the nationals, to the American people? They don't have to pay federal taxes no more. Now, if you live in a state where you have to pay state taxes, you're screwed. In Washington State, we're not going to have that. So that is just a couple of the things that I can point out that could be better for everybody, not just for a certain group, but for everybody. I'm going to tell you, it's scary. But when I look at these Mexican senators, having 30 political assassinations happen, and you get all these crazy leftist Mexicans in government now, they have 90%, they say, approval. That's BS. They say 70% of crime is down. That's BS. The people from the cities and the towns come up and say, President, you say the statistics are down 70%, but we're still getting killed. They're still robbing us. Our town has not seen these results that you're telling us. Does that sound familiar? Does it sound familiar how the left communities do the same thing with crime? Chicago, New York. Does that sound familiar? DC, man, it's all connected, my man. All connected, my ladies. All Americans, you gotta stay awake. You gotta look out for the answers. You know, every time that they put President Donald Trump down, the world is looking. Oh, look at them. They're going to bring him down for us. They're going to take him out. Let's keep calling him names. The Marxists love to do that. Marxists love to tell lies over and over and over until they themselves believe it. But they won't talk about the mental problems that people have. All these killings in schools from transgenders, and yet they still can't call the male a male and a female a female. They keep confusing the people. The mother of the last transgender that killed those two innocent kids from the Catholic Church, she lawyered up. I wonder how much she messed up her son, convincing him that he was a trans kid. Man, that's crazy. Crazy. Ooh, this coffee is too good today, man. I'm getting too excited over here. Let me see what we got here. I'll let you guys say something. Yeah, the traffic doesn't agree since 1904. Typical Fox News talking points. Damn. You know what? People say that. I don't know why. And people say, you think like Trump. No. They think like me. Trump thinks like me. Fox thinks like me. And Fox thinks like you, the common sense Americans. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. I have always been known to be a negative guy. You know why? Because I hate accepting something right away as truth. I got to look around the issue. How is that going to work? Is this even good? Is it true? Let's find out. Hey, you know what? I don't think that will work because of this. Oh, okay. Now I see how it's going to work. Okay, that's a fact. Yep, I see. Okay, boom. Now I'm on board. That's why people don't like me, because I like to do my research before I believe in something. You see, I was 22 years old when I became to accept my Lord Jesus Christ as my Savior and as the Son of God, even though I was raised in the church. Never believed, never accepted. But when I turned 22 years old and I experienced the Holy Spirit in my life, change instantly, fact, proof, finally got it. Found it. And now I can never lose my faith. And I hope and wish the best for you all. Those who really want to talk about the truth. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for your support again. Rush Babe, we will see you on the next census. Speaking of census, Rush Babe, I hope that they don't count illegal immigrants on this census, because the states that have been benefiting from illegal immigrants, that have been hurting American citizens, need to realize that they can no longer get away with that BS. And they have to be held accountable for the budget that they keep breaking. Russ Bay, you be my witness here in Washington State. We were at $16 billion on the positive for our budget here in Washington State. Now we're at $20+ billion negative. All because of Democrat corrupted politicians have been pampering to the LGBTQ and to all these NGO organizations that have been losing money from the American taxpayers. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for contractors that nobody knows why they got paid that money or where it went. Billions of dollars don't disappear for no reason. Somebody's stealing that money for us. It's sick and nothing gets fixed. I agree. Raspberry, this is why I'm being encouraged. You know, you don't have to be a big lawyer. You don't have to be a big business owner in order for you to run for governor. If you're a concerned citizen and you have the right to run for office, then you do that. All these people that have gone on debates with these corrupted blue Democratic governor politicians, I can't wait to go against them, because I am not going to talk BS to the people, and we're going to talk facts. We're going to talk about the hardworking American people that are not getting the benefits that they're supposed to, that they are being put last instead of being put first. I will fight all the socialist, people that are in office for city council and the whole state of Washington. And I know that there is plenty of Republicans and Democrats that will see the truth for what it is. Mark my words. If God allows me to run, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to get all these people on this chat talking negative stuff about me. Let's go. Let's make it make sense for the American people. And just like I have seen DeSantis in Florida make a big difference for the Florida state, man, the American people are so happy in Florida and in Texas, even though the Democrats are whining and complaining, losing seats, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. Nobody cares about minorities more than the white Americans, period. Everybody benefits from it. And it's not because I think I'm white. I will never be white. I get it. But the truth shall set you free, says the Bible. Whoo, let's go. Elijah says your teeth want universal health care. Elijah, never disappoints to have people. Hey, it's a good thing. I made a disclaimer. You know, you guys can make fun of my teeth, you know, my hat or my lack of eyebrows sometimes. You know, there's makeup that I can wear, and eventually I will put some on to make you guys smile a little bit better. Jay says, preach it, brother. God bless you. Thank you, man. God bless you too. I want to thank you guys for subscribing, for liking. You guys are a positive influence in my life, believe it or not. And I'm going to tell you something. Willie Huff, hello, Dennis. Dennis, this is the LGBTQ channel for zesty uncles. I am pretty zesty, ain't I? Yeah, I am pretty zesty. I'll tell you what, I will support the LG, but I'll get rid of the rest, okay? Alberto says, Governor Dennis, bless you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Jesus is the way. Jesus, USA. What's up, Dennis? Says Prepucio Sanchez. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the chat. I appreciate you guys coming in, checking in. Even those that are insulting me, God bless you. I hope that you find love and peace in your life. Papuchon Prepucio. That's what I'm going to call you, my Hispanic people. Papuchon. Let's see. Kevin, the government only allows us to check white on forms. I think, I'll tell you what. I would love to get rid of ethnicity checkups. I want to see a check mark that says American, resident, or migrant. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see white. I don't want to see Hispanic, not white. I don't want to see Polynesian. I don't want to see, Hispanic. I don't want to see African. I don't want to hear jack squat about any of those things. I want a checkbox that says American, resident holder, or legal migrant. That's all I care about. Nobody else needs to be in that form. I don't care if a black person gets the job, if a white person gets the job. I don't care if everybody's name is Jose or Pedro, and you can be white, brown, black, yellow, whatever color you want to pick for yourself. I don't care. If every Jose is qualified to do the job, it doesn't matter what they look like. They get the job. Gidio says that's dumb. Why is that dumb? That eliminates prejudice. That eliminates racism. That eliminates anybody being accepted or approved for something because of the color of their skin. Right? It makes sense, doesn't it? Man, I'm so excited about today. So excited. We are all Americans. That's all that matters. That's right, Rush. Famous says, no one is insulting you for anything else than the words you keep using to distract yourself from the truth. I don't know what that means. That he's an actual PDF and you are supporting him. All in the name of Jesus. Shame on you. Feynman, I don't know what the hell you just said there. But apparently you're not listening to what I'm saying. Americans don't care. Just be honest. Come on. That's it. Dennis has a good heart. Thank you, Prepucio. Let's see. Courtney says we should specify. We should specify only if we are legal or not. Nothing else. It doesn't matter. I still till this day, I do not understand why you need to know if I am black or not. They should not be checked black or white. Get rid of that shit completely. Just like we got rid of the Negro bathrooms and the white bathrooms. We need to get rid of that. How about just bathrooms for men, bathrooms for women? That's it. No more checking ethnicity backgrounds. Who gives a crap? If you love your culture, keep practicing your culture. But we don't care. If I go to an area where we have a lot of Mexicans, hey, we're going to experience some Mexican culture. We're going to eat the wonderful food. We're going to support those restaurants. We're going to tip good. If we go to another area and we get some black folks food, okay, let's get some fried chicken, some chitlins, some greens, let's go. Support that community. It tip well. It's awesome. Honduran food, let's go. Even though here in the States it sucks. But in Honduras, it's very good. It's tasty food. Let's go, man. Humans we are, says Sean Kearns. I agree. Jim thinks I'm a racist because I believe everybody is equal. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Eddie says DEI is dedication, experience, and intelligence. I will accept that one. Behavior Bender says chiclets? No, man. Chitlins. Hey, but chiclets as well, man. That's a gum, I believe. You misunderstood me. Maybe. I'm so sorry, okay? Listen, there is thousands of chats going through, okay? So if I respond to your comment and I misunderstood, I apologize. But my love's still for you, okay? Don't criticize my criticism too harsh. That was so hypocritical right there. I apologize about that. That ain't right. Maurice Jones says, what will you say at the final judgment to Jesus? 2 Thessalonians. Oh, man. Thessalonians reminds me of what I've been telling you guys. Don't be like others. Be like Thessalonians. For they do not accept everything that I say. Yet they go and search for the truth. And when they find it, they agree with what I say. That's exactly how I carry on my life. Why don't we share Thessalonians 2:9-12? I like that. I don't mind looking up. Let's see, Thessalonians 2:12. So all will be condemned who have not believed the truth, but have delighted in wickedness. Right? I know it goes to the 12th, but I only look at the 12th. I believe that fact is understood 100%. Bro, number one bootlicker, says 1904. Oh, 1904, you never disappoint, man. Just when I think that you have learned something, man, you keep proving me wrong. This is when you prove me wrong. Oh, Eric Ivanka. Man, that almost looked like my old best friend. My best friend was a Mexican guy. We used to call him Eric the Viking. But we stopped being friends when I said I supported Donald Trump because of legal immigration. And I don't support illegal immigration. And that broke our friendship. Sad, because I really love my Mexican brother and respect them. They keep asking you to release the Epstein files. Dennis, do you have the Epstein files? Hold on, guys. I apologize. Babe, where's my Epstein files? Huh? Sorry, guys. My dog ate the Epstein files. I'll make a new one for you guys. Don't worry. But later. Patrick, come on. Be nice, okay? Let's bring it down a couple notches. We don't want any racist comments on here. But if I talk about my people, that's me. That's about my people, all right? Let's see. Do you guests come over to your house and use different bathrooms? Yes. There is a bathroom for guests. Let's see. Alberto says, honor and truth is what separates us from the rest. Amen, Albert. Good for you, brother. I like that. Vance says, hi, John. I told you I'm tracking you. Vance, don't be a creep. Nobody likes a creep. Nathan, John Applegate's God is a subatomic particle, the creator of life. Now give me my $10 billion. Man, what would you do with $100 million? I bet you all you selfish bastards are going to start thinking about vacations and buying mansions. I know what I would do, and it's not enough money. There's too many people that need help. But I would buy my own little house, for sure. For sure. Omar says invested. That is one way. Before we had smartphones, we had bathroom books. Some good and some bad. Some perverted. We know how that goes. I'm glad we're not there anymore. Let's see, what do we got? Eileen Morales. Let's see what Eileen says. I hope to God that you win in your state. Aw, you should run and you will win. And you have 4 years for the president to hear your logic, your truth, and common sense. Eileen Morales. And I love that it's a Hispanic person saying this. Or maybe you just married to a Hispanic. But either way, I appreciate it. And I really hope that we can do something, not just for our Latino people, but for the American people, the Washingtonians that have been suffering here. I think that one of the biggest things that we have gotten out of touch with is our farmers here in Washington. I am going to have to put so much support for our farmers. And of course, we're going to welcome multi-billion-dollar companies to come back over here. We're going to tax them less so that they can profit. See, here's the thing. If we taxed big businesses less for doing business here in Seattle, Washington, they'll be able to pay their employees more money. And it doesn't matter if people are still using international businesses and they got to pay tariffs, they got to pay more for their product, right? But if we tax the big businesses less, which for some reason the leftists hate to give rich people tax cuts, they don't understand that if the rich people don't stay rich, we lose jobs. They move. They go away from us. So we're going to make sure, and Rush Babe, right? The farmers are hurting really bad. I know. Nobody gives a shit over here. But that's what I'm talking about. And you are in Eastern Washington, so I know you see this. So it really is. Squirrely, I know. My wife tells me, why are you yelling? I know. I'm so sorry. I just get so excited. I got ADD, and you guys don't know what that feels like, okay? So if I am yelling too much, turn down the volume, okay? Because if I don't yell, the volume in my mic is going to be too low. That's just what I feel. I apologize if I'm breaking your eardrums right now, okay? Van says, all of you racist Democrats in chat are hilarious. Guys, come on, bring the racist thing down. Be respectful. Propulsion, that is trickle-down economic theory. That's right. Trickle-down economics that oppress us rich. This guy's a clown. What? Fabian, what? I don't get it. I thought I was defending the rich people on that side, but I guess I was wrong. Nope. Block me, says 1904. Freedom of speech. Yes. All right. Well, he wants me to block him, so I will go ahead and do. Let's see. No, we'll just remove that one dumb comment. We need to protect American farms. Absolutely. You know, I hear people, people will listen better to you if you don't yell. I'll take that advice. All right. I'm going to bring it down a couple notches. I apologize. I think nobody can hear me. That's why. All right. My wife gets on my case about that. She hates it because I'm always talking loud. Guys, I don't need a microphone out at the park. I'm going to say this. If you go to the park to deliver a message and you need a speaker, you're not the right person for it. You should try to speak loud in open spaces, not in a microphone. So, Squarely, right, 100%. You're right. All right, I'm going to try. Just remind me, okay, if I get out of line here. Gilbert Garcia says, we support you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Gilbert. Maurice Jones says, wait, so you are claiming rich people are not patriotic and will leave America if they don't make 5 times what a regular person makes in life instead of 4 times? So Maurice, that's a good question, brother. So here's what I think, all right? So I'm going to give you just one example, okay? Thank you, Albert, but she's right, or he. I don't know if it's a he, but they're right. I shouldn't be yet. I just get excited, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, look. So this is what I think. Picture this. We have a company that makes billions of dollars. Let's say, just to get a number, they make $15 billion in profit, okay? Because of tariffs, now they only make $14 billion in profit. The prices of the product that comes from this billionaire company should not change to the consumer. They should take that $1 billion loss, right? But we're talking about billions of dollars of profit. If we take so much taxes on rich companies, like for example, if we overtax Amazon, if we overtax Microsoft, if we overtax Boeing, we know they're making billions of dollars, guys. But that has been the investment, the risk. Guess how many billions of dollars they have to pay when something goes wrong? If there's an airplane crash, if there's an accident on something, they have to pay families billions of dollars back. So they gotta make that money. I have been a small business owner, and let me tell you something. I went out of business because I was giving fair pricing. I wasn't charging like other businesses that were like the same as me because I thought that I will be helping people. But guess what? I'm out of business because I didn't charge more because the taxes are too high. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying that. Don't get mad when the rich companies get a tax break. Don't get mad when the president says we're going to put tariffs on these countries. How about we pay Americans a fair wage? And I'm going to say my only advice to Americans is don't be lazy. Do your job. Stay busy. That's what I'm thinking, okay? I hope that makes a little bit of sense, right? But I don't mind if you invest and you have all the, what do you call it? The pressure, right? All the stress, and you're taking all the risk, and you're making a lot of money. You hire me to do a job for this much an hour or a salary, whatever it is, right? I am going to do that. And it doesn't matter if you're making 10 times the amount of money that I make. You are investing. You're taking all the risk. You're buying insurance. You're making sure that I have LNI. You're making sure that I have unemployment. You're making sure that my Social Security stays afloat, right? So that's where I'm at with that. And I think that that will keep businesses here. Let's see. The other thing is also, if we take care of our farmers, our vegetables, our produce, they're all going to be a lot cheaper than what they are today. We're going to lower the taxes on gas because I think that the government is just wasting money, guys. You guys don't see this, but I want to tell you something. There was billions of dollars that were collected, okay, to improve a specific bridge. Nothing got done on the specific bridge. And what did they do? They raised taxes. They collected billions of dollars more, and then the bridge is being built. I get that, all right? But the problem is when the government doesn't know how to run their budget, they just think we're going to go back to the people, tax some more, and this is how we get the money. They just come like this. They're squeezing the American Washingtonian tits and getting the milk out. That's how they get the money out. They grab you like a cow and they start milking you. They start milking your money with taxes. That's not how it works. Believe me, there's a lot of great things that have been done with the money. I get it. But we are sending millions and billions of dollars to NGOs that have nothing to do with helping our infrastructure. It has nothing to do with helping the American people, the Washingtonians. Nothing. They have wasted our money. And then you have union companies out there. They don't give a crap about the rest of the state workers. They only care about their precious union making the money. They don't care about the rest of the Washingtonians. So I don't defend those people. Some unions can be good and some unions can be bad. That's how I feel about that. Did you vote for Trump? Absolutely, 100%. Let's see. Did you vote for Trump? Yes. You vote for Trump? Yes. Spamming, did I vote for Trump? Yes. 100%. Anybody else wants to know if I voted for Trump? Let's see. Rush Bay, 1904. Trump is paying for ballroom with his own money, and he donated his $400,000 income for the presidency. Is it just 400? Damn, I thought it was more. Let's see. President. Let's see. POTUS salary. Yeah, 400,000. Damn, I thought it was a lot more than that. I guess not. So if a president makes $400,000 a year and comes out a multimillionaire, what do you think happened there? What do you think happened there? Double O says, you will never be one of them. Listen, even if I will never be one of American people, I will still support them because they are the greatest people on this earth. And I believe that with my heart. God has proven it over and over, especially the way they support Israel and the world. Marvin says you would consider an investment, correct? This is very contradictory with your stance. What the hell are you talking about? Of course we have to invest. Starting a company is an investment. Hiring an employee is an investment. Those are also investments, sir. I'm not sure if you understood what I'm saying here. Money Mike Slick Will says, bro, keep doing your thing. Oh, man, God bless you, brother. I love it when brothers come on here, man. You know what, man? I love it. You have no idea, man. There's so many brothers out there that just killing each other, being criminals. Not everybody is wise to think about peace and coming up in this country. You know, they want to segregate themselves with other people that do crime. I love it when my brothers stand up for this country and for their communities. I really mean that. God bless you, Money Mike. God bless you, brother. Thank you for joining the chat today. Nathan says, Dennis, you are a MAGA brother in arms. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate you. Yeah, some of them say I will never be like you, but you know what? It's okay. As long as I support you, I find honor in that. I really do. So with that being said, I serve one Lord, and that is Jesus Christ, just so you know. All right. Tony Zimmer says, first time I've listened to you. Great flag in your background. Oh, thank you, brother. You are correct about many of the things you talked about today. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for your words of encouragement, my brother. I appreciate that. Let me see what else we got in here. I try to make time so I can read comments from you guys. You guys have been supporting me, your likes, your subscribes. Man, you guys are helping me big time, and I appreciate you. Let's see. So it is true, you can't fix stupid. Or fascist, he says. I think Laura has seen one of my shorts where I said you can't fix stupid. Kyle says he's looking for acceptance, and I will hope that you will also look for acceptance. This is how you find favor. You cannot have anything good unless you find favor. And for God's blessing, I want his favor. Your vision, I like, says Sean Kearns. He's brown, so he fits the description. That is correct. I'm not brown, though. I'm maybe light brown. I don't know. Maybe the light's confusing you guys. But I'm a Honduran American, guys. Mendoza. Wait, what happened? I just read the comment. CM Bell, Susanna base comment. I don't know what that means. Twiki Bean says, I'm from Washington State, too. There are legal Mexicans getting deported. Are you afraid they could report you, too? Just curious. Twiki Bean, I want to say this. If they are Americans, remember that we don't know exactly why, okay? But there is rules. If you come into this country, for example, with a work visa, student visa, there is rules you got to follow. You will not be inciting the crowd to go against the government. You will not be helping or supporting terrorist groups. And if you do that, you lose your visa. As a green card holder, see, when you're a green card holder, you are legal. That is correct. But there is a testing period. So you don't become a citizen right away. You become a resident, a green card, alien holder card, okay? That is a testing period. If you prove that you are for American values, you pay your taxes the way you're supposed to, because if you don't, you could lose your green card and get deported. If you oppose ICE, if you oppose the police, you obstruct the law, you can lose your green card and no longer are eligible to be protected under legal status. If you are a naturalized American citizen, as I am, I'm a Honduran American, I have 10 years. If I do any of the previous comments that I just told you, I can lose my citizenship and I can then be deported. So if you call me a bootlicker, if you call me a brown noser, if you think that I am just kissing up to the American people, if you think that I'm just doing this so that I can find acceptance, 100% you are right. You know why? Because even the dog, out of begging, gets the crumbs off the table. So with that being said, I don't mind if I have to be looked as one of those names that you call me, because the American people do deserve their respect. Their families, their ancestors have died for this country to be what it is today. I'm sorry if I'm yelling again, guys. I apologize. I just get excited, guys. I apologize. Money Mike says, let him know. Man, I love to have a brother behind. Not that way. We don't run that way. Taxi horse, go back to Mexico. I don't think this guy knows that geography. Omar says, yes, MAGA is for American citizens and protecting our rights and freedoms for having a nice life. Life is short and you should enjoy it. All right. I agree with that. Marvin says, I'm not MAGA or them, left or right. I'm just logical and trying to help America. Good for you, Marvin. That's exactly what American patriots are supposed to be doing. Tim, your ignorance has inflicted a monster upon the world. Thank you, Tim. I will try to do better. Maurice, would you allow Jesus in this country? Yes. His description was of a person with skin like burnished bronze. Maurice, just to make it clear, Jesus was not white, but he wasn't black either. As I said before, he looked more like a Mexican with Jew hair. In America in the past, there was always heavy emphasis on anyone becoming American and welcome with open arms as soon as they arrived. And throughout history, we have seen that some of those things have backfired, right? So like right now, we don't want to make 20 million illegal immigrants that hate the United States citizens, because you know what will happen? They get the right to vote. And when they vote, they're going to vote to destroy this country. So we don't want that. Let's see. God bless America. Tyler says, praying for America, Trump 2038. Damn, this guy thinks Trump is going to be 120 years old. I don't know if that's the right math. I'm just saying. that's a long way, my friend. Very long way. Man, you guys are crazier than I am. Damn, I didn't think that was possible. Let's see. Hector, you are a fool, says Trail Goat. Most Americans don't know about Central America or its history. We have skeletons. I'll tell you something. I am from Central America. And the one thing I can tell you, yes, some bad stuff has happened in Central America, but most of it has been good. And the United States has always been a good big brother to us. The government that is in Honduras right now is not a good one. They are oppressing business owners. And they think that by raising taxes on them is going to help them keep employees. But guess what? Unemployment has risen because they keep raising taxes and regulations on employers. So they're doing bad. I hope somebody stands up in Honduras. I believe somebody told me that if I renounce the American citizenship here, I can still run for president in Honduras. Oh, Lord, help us. I will be such an ally to the United States of America. I think the world is going to be so jealous of Honduras. Fuchila says Israel Velasco. Oh, Fuchila. This guy might be Honduran. That's what we say in Honduras. Scott Clark says it's false. Jake Cubby, Trump hurt little girls. I don't know where you get that story from. If it's from the pageant, you're retarded. He was clear of all that stuff. Dorito says, bro, like your live sessions. Any opinion on the Epstein situation? I told you, man, my dog ate my homework. Let's see. Give us your thoughts on Venezuela. Venezuela used to be a great country until they accepted socialism and then they become communists. But here's the thing. There is a lot of Venezuelans that are in hiding right now that I believe would be great leaders for Venezuela. Unfortunately, there are hundreds of thousands of troops, if not millions, that support Maduro. And here's my warning to you guys, and be prepared. If we are to free Venezuela, if these guys don't give up, there's going to be hundreds and thousands of deaths. If the military opposes peace and to relinquish their power that they have on the people and allow for true democracy to happen in Venezuela, Maduro is going to be taken out like a dog with rabies. And I believe that the good Venezuelan people will rise again. So I am on Trump on this. I don't like war. I like to save lives. I'd rather make investments, make some money. I'd rather make people's lives happier, not destroy them. But that is a very a very bad possibility that we might have to destroy a lot of soldiers from Venezuela. Most illegal aliens that I know hate the cartels. And my Majonas Wrath, I believe you. And this is what I'm saying. I would really vet every single person and see where they're at. If we cannot vet them because maybe they give us false information, that's another reason for losing your green card and citizenship. Even if you've been a green card holder or a citizen for 50 years, if you lied on your application, it knows everything and you get deported. What is the most illegal alien? Where do you go? Oh my gosh. I notice your edit comments when there are facts that counter your narrative about Trump. What edit comments? I don't edit comments, man. I can't edit. There's thousands of chats in here. I don't know if you're talking about me, Maurice. My bad. Majority says, what is the most illegal aliens I know? I have common thing they all say. Well, they all broke the law. They can't even afford the infrastructure to get their oil out. Wait, you know what? Mexico supports them. China still supports them. Haven't heard much about that. Turbo says, does Venezuela have any large amounts of natural resources or rare earth minerals? I believe they do, and their petroleum is so rich. Once they get rid of Maduro, of course, we'll benefit from that as Americans. We don't do everything for free either, right? There is a benefit for us to go and take this guy out. Of course, there's a benefit, right? We do want to help our economy, and therefore, we will benefit from this. But here is what's happening that you might not even think about. You might think, oh, you know what, he's doing the same thing George Bush did in the Middle East. No, he's not. The difference is this. The difference is that the Venezuelan leaders that are in hideout right now, they have said, please, President Donald Trump, help us get rid of this basura, this garbage. And we will make a contract, an agreement with the United States of America, and we will send millions of barrels of oil, and we will partner with the American people. This is from the Venezuelan people. This is not Donald Trump saying it, okay? So when we benefit, there you go. They offered the benefit, and we will take some of that. But in return, we're going to use a lot of money to take out this terrorist, and we will be successful. Let's see what else you got. Never give up your firearms. I agree. Second Amendment, I believe in that. Let's see what else we got. Praying for America. Amen. Keep praying, brother. Praying for freedom in Venezuela. Amen. Venezuela citizens better grow up here. Well, we're kind of getting there. We don't want to spill too much bloodshed of innocent people. We are hoping to be very strategic. We hope that we can hit our target with precision as we did in Iran without any casualties. We don't want innocent people to die, period, okay? Anybody with a military uniform, whether you're 15 years old or you're a female or you're a male, if you're wearing the military uniform and carrying a gun, you are legal game, as they say. Man, I don't know why Maduro is still in power, bro. I really can't believe it. They are using the same system that 95 countries use for the voting system. That is crazy that the 90% approval for Venezuelans approve Maduro in office. That's bullcrap. Nobody wants a communist in office. That is bullcrap. And Albert, yes, casualties will happen, but we have to try to fight to minimize that, okay? That's how I feel. I mean, in all honesty, commodity, nobody truly is free, right? We're slave into a system in some way. But I'd rather be enslaved into a system that benefits everybody, where everybody else is free. Isaiah says, first Trump. Free Trump, he says. Crystal says, the irony in any hyper-partisan person calling the other side brainwashed. I agree. And that's why I don't say that the Democrats are brainwashed, but I think Republicans, Democrats, and independents and whatever, this is why I say American patriots, right? You need to seek the truth. Don't just listen to the left or the right. Seek the information, find it, and the moment that you can prove it, that's when you make a decision, okay? I can tell you this. A lot of people, the first thing they say about Trump, and listen to what I'm saying. A lot of people say this. Here we go. You guys ready? When they talk about Trump, they don't talk about what's happening right now. They talk about what happened 20 years ago. They talk bad about him. They insult him. I get it. But what else? He was a bad person. Cheated on his wives. Okay, but what else? This is in the past. This is gone decades ago. All right, the porn star. Okay, who cares? Years ago. What else? What's happening? What has he done? Oh, well, no, that's it. Orange man bad. He's a PDF. Blah, 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 blah. That's my problem. When that's all you have, it tells me, as you have said, brainwashed. That tells me that those people didn't do their research. What is happening today? Okay, for one, nobody's been able to have Putin to come over here and have a talk on one-on-one with the president. Donald Trump did that. Iran's nuclear facility, damage. Donald Trump did that. He collected $13.7, almost $14 trillion in investment for the next 10 years from the Middle East, from the Arabs. He helped the Abraham Accords. He stopped nuclear weapon in the Middle East. He stopped the Congo War in Africa. What else has he done? Anybody? He lowered the prices on eggs. Remember that? Right away. Done. I know he promised. He said that as soon as he got in office, he would stop the Russia and Ukraine war. Well, guess what? He said he didn't know it was going to be this hard because Obama and Biden have been helping these wars to continue. So there's only so much he can do. Donald Trump is not God. Okay, hold on. Somebody said something here. Hold on. Somebody said, I just saw that on my phone. Hold on. No, he didn't. Says, what's his, who said that? Charles, stop saying stupid stuff. Give me some good information. He has made $3.4 billion so far. Let's all put Venezuela in prayer. That way they could be free people of Venezuela. Amen, Renee. Why would Trump move Maxwell to a low security prison if he was not guilty? This happened recently. You're going to make me talk about the Epstein files, huh? All right. The best question that you should ask yourself is, why did Maxwell said that Trump was a perfect gentleman and had nothing to do with it? She also said that Bill Clinton took 26 flights, nowhere, and he never got a massage. That's what she said. Take that as you will. All right, enough about the Epstein files. Martin says, no, he didn't. I don't know what that answer was for. You're watching too much Fox News, buddy. Get off the pipe. Let me guess, El Mamon, what news do you watch? CNN, MSNBC, the lying mofos? Venezuela oil is too hard to refine, sour crude. I agree, Kevin, but it can be done. And if we help them, they can have better refineries, my friend. And this is how you make, good partnerships with foreign countries. We help them, they help us. Stop the Cambodian-Thailand war. Philly, thank you so much. I forgot about that. And 70,000, okay, here goes. My voice is going high again. I apologize. Let's bring it back down. 70,000 monks want to give President Donald Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. Boom. 70,000 monks can't be wrong, right? All right, here we go. Let's see. David says ground news. Rush says no one hates another human being except ones who has been weaponized by lies. Oh, man, I agree. Imagine if Kamala won, says Edward. Oh, jeez. I think that man, I don't know, man. I would have lost hope, honestly. Yeah, starting with the insults and not facts is the low education part, says Isaiah Duncan. Yeah, I agree. Nobody's covering for pedos. They're doing just fine on defending their own. Pray for Rudy Giuliani. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about Giuliani, to be honest. Too much alcohol involved. Partnerships make U.S. economics better. 100%. Trump, the war hero, stormed the beaches of KFC. What? A lot of people are going to be upset about that fried chicken. Imagine, okay, all right, here we go. Marvin says, Gaza situation is definitely a stain on his policy. Israel is a problematic asset to the USA, but they are out of control and ignoring international laws. Let me tell you something, Marvin, and this is for everybody out there that is wondering. Let me point out some things. If Israel wanted to commit genocide, they could annihilate everybody in Gaza. They got the power to do it. Everybody. Every single Palestinian can be destroyed by Israel right now. They don't. They have a lot of Palestinians become Israelis, citizens of Israel. This is how much Israel differs from these terrorists. If they hated Palestinians, they would just annihilate every single one of them because they can. Israel, number two, Israel is trying to warn people, hey, we're going to attack here. Leave the place. Okay, soldiers picking up older women, children, and you hear the testimonies from these Palestinians saying that Israeli soldiers were so nice to them. They took care of them. They fed them. They gave them water, escorted them to a safe zone. This is what Palestinians say. Number three, Israel is the only country that is feeding the Palestinians because of starvation. Hamas and this fake news, corrupted press, especially the ones that got killed not too long ago, were posting videos, fake videos of a famine, that people were dying of hunger, and they were taking pictures of kids with a disease. They're saying people are starving, and they show this kid is so bony, and the mother is fat. How is that possible? The brother looks perfectly healthy, but this one kid, this is why they're in trouble. Not only that, they are fighting this war and taking care of attacks from other countries, yet they're still feeding the Palestinians. They're still helping the Palestinians. They're still warning against Hamas. Iran and them don't like each other, but guess what? They're still giving Iran water, clean water, so that they can have for themselves. Tell me, what kind of tyrannical government is Israel? What kind of a terrorist is Israel when they are feeding hungry people, when they are taking the innocent in their arms out of harm's way? Yes, there's a lot of casualties. There's collateral damage, as some say. Innocent lives get lost, but that's Hamas' fault. Israel, Gaza, done. Next, what you got? Let's say Isaiah Duncan has something to say. I am center with more left-leaning, though there's stuff I don't agree with on both sides. But at the end of the day, I'd rather believe in a system that's benefiting everyone than a system that's tyrannical. That's China. I don't know what that means. Tyrannical? Fake news is typical MAGA speak. Yeah, fake news. All right. Yeah. I just gave you facts. Speak to Palestinians on the other side. Watch the news reporting from Palestinian. They will show you the truth. They will show you Hamas torturing their people. Enough of Hamas. Let's see. Keep crying, guys. Yeah, go to Hamas and see what they do to you guys. Nobody loves you like we do. You're lucky that we love you in this country. Israel is starving them so they won't get applause for giving them food. Okay, sure. Who's starving them? Hamas or Israel? Because the last thing I saw was Hamas stealing the food from the Palestinians that actually needed to get it. MAGA life. All right. I love America, says Wade, and I do too, my friend. Hey, guys, I want to take this time to say thank you so much for your likes, for your subscribes. I appreciate it. You guys have taken me to 3,700 subscribers, and I appreciate that. We started this channel almost 2 months ago talking about truth live, which I see that you guys love to get into. So I am very excited about it. There's a few people in here that I don't see. No, Trinity's probably working or doing something, but she normally is my moderator for my chat. With all you new patriots that have joined me, God bless you. Thank you for your support. Love you all. My love goes out to you guys. Now, I want to go back and talk about the Senate fight in Mexico. You guys already know what the fight looked like, but you guys probably don't know why they were fighting. And one of them is, just like here in the United States of America, they have a left side and they have a right side. The right side says, why are you not accepting the help from the United States of America to eradicate cartels and the drug problem in Mexico? The left side says, because this is anti-patriotic. We cannot make war against the cartel. Oh my God. The left says this. The left says they cannot make war against drug crimes. What does the left do over here in the United States of America? They protect criminals. And that's right, Baldy. They are afraid. I know that. And I pointed out that they have killed 30 political assassinations being done in Mexico before this president became president in office. And what's crazy is that there is no way that with all these assassinations being done, that the 90% of Mexicans will vote for her. And the people that benefited from these deaths on the political side, they are now in office and they are fighting to protect the cartel. That is no coincidence, my friend. No coincidence. Slavin says last year, 300,000 people in drug overdoses. Sadly, sir. Oh, man. David says, who is buying these drugs? Drug addicts, man. Drug lords. They just confiscated. They did a big arrest here in Washington State. Cartels from Mexico and Mexican Americans. They seized a bunch of drugs, guns, and fentanyl. They're still doing this stuff, guys. Just because the Mexican president sent a couple of heads to be destroyed here in the United States of America, it doesn't mean that they're fighting the cartels. These are just the people that they're finding. As a matter of fact, their main goal is to trap American citizens that are in connection with the cartels. And that's the people that they're sending back over here. Well, not all of them, but some of them. How can you root for less government yet champion military in the streets? Because the difference between Maduro and us here in the United States of America is Maduro put the military to oppress the law-abiding citizens. We put the military to oppress criminals and to protect law-abiding citizens. That is the difference between a tyrannical government and a government that actually cares for the people. You see the difference on the force of military power. The military, National Guard, which is what the militia is in Venezuela, is there to protect the local citizens. And if you have crimes, they will take care of it. They will help local police take care of those people. Maduro is doing the opposite. Does that make sense? I said it twice. Hopefully that makes sense. Definitely a drug problem, just focus on the wrong one. Sure, I agree with that. Would you trust Trump alone with your daughter? Yes, 100%. He is a good father and a good grandfather. You know who I wouldn't trust? Because even with his daughter has trauma from his father. You know who? Your favorite president. What's his name? Remind me. I got memory problems. What was your favorite president's name? The one. Raspberry, why are you answering for him? That's right, Joe Biden. And that is a fact. His daughter was afraid of shot. Oh, man, come on, man. I don't want to talk bad like that, man. I don't want to talk about that about the man, okay? But there you go. That's your pedophile right there. Go after that guy. Leave my Donald Trump alone. Let him go, for Pete's sakes. The man needs a break. President Donald Trump, we love you. We support you 100%. Please, golf some more. Record it. Document it. I want to watch you play golf. Weekend of Biden, says Big Low. Oh, man, you know it's possible to not like Joe Biden and also not like Donald Trump. Right, people in the chat? Commodity, I agree, but these people don't say nothing about Joe Biden. Nothing. Leave Donald Duck alone. That's right. Oh, man. Luis Quevedo says this free man doesn't know anything. Oh, man. Let me tell you something. Have you ever watched the roast of Donald Trump? This is when he earned my respect. Now, I watched Donald Trump fix the park in New York. I watched testimonies from back in the 80s and 90s from black people that swear Donald J. Trump helped them and actually saved their lives by his generosity. How about that? A racist man that helps the black communities and has been helping for decades. A racist man that is the only president that has never, and their families, owned slaves. Isn't that crazy? Yes, 80s and 90s, fool. James Monday. Eddie says, where you from? You should know by now, Eddie. I've seen you here a few times in my life. You should know already. Adam, Israel, love USA. God bless Israel. God bless USA. And God bless every single one of you guys in here. I believe that even though you're being negative with me, I believe you're here for a reason. And I mean that. Might not be something that I can do for you, but I believe that God has a purpose for every single one of us. Even the ones that are insulting me. The Latino Perdido again says block bricks. Blocks, bricks. I haven't seen here for a while, man. Okay, Carlos, welcome back, bro. Bro, Mr. Maggie Pastor, do you think the war on drugs for over 60 years, it cannot be stopped? That's blaming someone else for your problems. Come on, at Dennis Think. I'm not saying that it's everybody's fault, but what I'm saying is let the man fight against drugs. Let the man fight against the cartel. Let him try. It's nothing, right? Nothing's going to happen if we stop trying. That's all I'm saying. We can't fix ignorant and stupid, says Trail Goat. I agree. But you know what? We are not, as humans, I don't believe we are completely made of one thought. If we see other thoughts, we can put those together and make a decision from there. So I believe that we can still make something positive happen. That's just what I believe, guys. Don't, it is what it is. That's just how I feel about it. Let's see what else we got here. Mr. Wrestling, his entire administration is on Adderall. Probably. Man, I don't know. But I will say, Robert, Bobby, I think he kicked Secretary of Defense Hegseth. Man, that old man is fit. That guy, guys, I've been working out a little bit, but that's nothing. Robert Kennedy, my hat's off to that old man. 70, 80 years old or whatever his age is. Man, that guy is fit. I'm glad that he's the new Secretary of the Health Department. I think that's what it's called, right? The Secretary of the Health Department. I don't know what the position name is. Somebody. Anybody. At all. Somebody. Gaza, pal, says Rex Boy. We talked about it already. You missed it. Trump smokes Sasa in Gaza. JFK is so healthy. Robert FK, RFK. He looks like a ghoul from, the Fallout game. Maybe. Hey, I used to like that game. I'm going to tell you something. Fallout, it is too addicting. Don't play that stupid game. It's very addicting. You're going to spend hours and hours and hours playing the game. Before you know it, you're going to be a leftist radical Democrat. I apologize about that. That was making fun of the left. I apologize. Retract that comment. Commodity, let's see. Leroy says, you don't know anything about our American history. Leroy, who are you talking to? Let's see. What else? What would you do with a brain if you had one? I don't know. Probably still say the same nonsense that I am saying. Scott says, don't apologize. I know, brother. I know. It's not a real apology. Freedom of speech, I say. God bless you, Scotty. Love you, man. Thank you for having my back. Jacoby, I have less trust leaving my kids with teachers than with Trump. That's right, sister. You tell them. I think that's what it was. My comments just flew up. You guys have thousands of chats in here. Crazy people. Cabeza sandwich. Nope. I like tripe. Tripe and buche, which means stomach mouth. That is my favorite tacos. Honduras running their mouths about America. Biggest joke ever. I don't think you speak English. I don't mean to offend, but that doesn't. I think you mean joke ever. Maybe that's what it is. I get it. Typos happens to me all the time. You know how many Hondurans? Well, maybe probably not that many, but you know how many foreigners that become residents fight for this country? They fight because they believe this is a great country, and they hope one day become citizens of it and keep protecting it. So for a Honduran to say something nice about the United States of America, I think the right word would be thank you for trying to at least say something nice or positive about a country that you do not like. I happen to love the United States of America, and so does my brothers and sisters, my biological blood brothers and sisters. They love the United States of America. I think sometimes a little bit too much because they neglect my country of birth, Honduras. I love Honduras and everything, but my priority right now is the United States of America. If I lived in Honduras, I would still be supporting the United States of America. Pablo says you should put earrings in your dimples. No. Are you crazy? That is so ugly. But I could wear earrings. I have a couple of holes here, I have been known to be, what do you call those? Metrosexuals. You know, sometimes I color my eyebrows. I like to see the full eyebrows because I don't have much. So, yeah, I do that. I like to trim. You can see that. I haven't trimmed yet today, but I like to trim. I like to take care of myself. I normally like to dress up. Obviously, my job doesn't allow me to wear suits, but I love wearing suits. If I had just a little bit more money, hey, maybe when I become a governor, I'll buy me a couple of suits. Then I can wear suits every day for you guys. Yeah, Crystal, I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but that's what I was called by the gay people back in California. So I think that's what it is. Let's take a look and see what metrosexual is before I keep calling myself that. Oh, boy. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Metrosexual is a term coined in the 90s for a man who is notably meticulous about his personal style, grooming, and appearance. I am a metrosexual. Oh, there's a lot of famous people. All right. I guess it is a good thing. No, Lakers. That's you. I am metrosexual. That's what it is. You'll see. One time I'm going to have my eyebrows done in here and well colored so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. I knew this guy was a fruit, says Gidio. Gidio, why do you hate me so much? Don't you like the LGBTQ? Aren't you supported? Aren't you like non-homo? What do you call that? Non-homophobic? Well, you're saying that you don't support the gay community now or what? What are you saying here? Fernando, you're making fun of homosexuals? Gabe Rodriguez says, don't you work? Let me tell you something. I am Hispanic and I work a lot. I got my full-time job. I come and do this also almost full-time because I'm always listening to news and researching so that I can come and give you these talks, try to stay informed as best as I can. So I'm working all the time, my friend. You see this right here? That's not from being lazy. That is from staying up a lot and working a lot. As a Hispanic, we hold many hats like Marco Rubio in office. On the other hand, Gabe, you might be one of those collecting benefits from the government and not really working when you should be. Let's see. Nah, I'm actually a homosexual, he says. It's funny to see how quickly the left becomes racist or homophobic. That is true, my friend. The moment that you are, you kind of, this is the problem with those people, right? It's that you can be a Democrat and you can agree, because some of you guys actually are very smart. Let's say that, okay? Remember, smart is not the same as wise, but I think wisdom comes with time. But a lot of you guys that are on the left side, you guys know that there's some things that the right has right. And I mean, I know some things that the left has are right. Not many, but they still have some, okay? I agree with it. But there's those people that the moment that you agree that the right has something of sense, now you are the enemy as well. And I think a lot of Democrats have noticed that. And that's why a couple of million of Democrats had switched sides temporarily, I'm sure. We all have a loyalty to a party, and that's okay. We can have that. That is not a problem. We need to have different parties in our government, and I agree with it. Hey, I want to take the time again, guys, to say thank you so much for your support. I see you guys in here, giving the likes, giving the comments. I feel the love. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Isaiah says, party time. Exactly, Hedio, there's gonna be extremists in my, party. I think that's what it was. Old Scratch says, I hate you. I can see that person doing that. Oh, man. You know what, though? You're gonna hate me more after I tell you this. I love you. Linda, hello Linda, thank you for joining our chat. Bro, you are a veteran or a veterinarian? Neither one of them. Just a civilian with a loud mouth. All right, man. So what did you guys think about the Mexican senator fight? Anybody? Here we go. Here's some comments that I didn't understand. Maybe you guys can give me some enlightenment on this. I don't know how good these news are because these news come from MSN. You guys ready? IRS makes major announcement on Trump changes. This might get you guys excited a little bit. The IRS has announced it will begin phasing out 8 tax credits related to energy efficient homes and clean vehicles by late 2025 through 2026. In accordance with provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the phase-out includes incentives for solar panels, electric vehicles, home insulation, and other green upgrades. Taxpayers are being urged to take advantage of the credits while they are still available, as the changes may significantly impact affordability. The IRS confirmed the Energy Efficient Home Improvement Credit and the Residential Clean Energy Credit will expire for properties placed in service after December 31st, 2025. The end of the credits will limit renewable energy investment options. The Energy Efficient Commercial Buildings deduction ends for properties with construction starting after June 30th, 2026. The previously owned Clean Vehicles Credit expires for purchases after September 30th of 2025. The new Clean Vehicle Credit, $7,500, and Qualified Commercial Clean Vehicle Credit, $40,000, also expires after September 30th, 2025. Tax experts have encouraged taxpayers to consult professionals in order to maximize benefits. I hope this helps somebody. The IRS is reportedly allowing credits to be claimed when buyers take possession if a written binding contract and payment have been completed by the September deadline. The IRS stated that taxpayers may claim credits upon placing the vehicle in service if a binding contract and payment were in place by the cutoff. The agency noted that dealers should provide a time of sale report at delivery or within 3 days. This is really incoming audio decline. All right, we are almost at the end, my friends. So that is for commercial taxpayers, okay? Business owners. You guys take advantage of those before they disappear, because after September 30th, you're not gonna have that option anymore. I hope that makes sense. Guys, look it up, all right? Go look at MSN. They have the article from the IRS. Since a lot of you lazy mofos don't like to look up news, I have to be the one to give it to you. I want it to be easier for everyone, says Isaiah Duncan. Trump doesn't care about anyone but himself. He's shown the opposite, but we'll continue. And you see that with how he's acted his whole life. It's not like people just pulled stuff out of their ass. Yeah, well, I've done a lot of stupid stuff in my life. Have you not? Are you the same today as you were last week? You're welcome, Renee. Says, thank you, Dennis, very much. Trump produced 500,000 jobs, unlike Biden that said that he produced millions of jobs after shutting down the government and losing millions of jobs. Yeah, that makes sense. How does this help? If you're not a business owner, it's not going to help you any. But are you talking about the IRS, right? All right, go look up at the article and read it yourself. I already read it for you. Isaiah says Epstein's best friend. And I think that you're right about that. I think at some point they were best friends. But let's touch up on a couple of things between Epstein and Trump. One, they were good friends. Two, they had a dispute with real estate. Three, Donald Trump asked Epstein to stop harassing the staff and stop stealing his servants. Four, Epstein didn't stop. Donald Trump took the real estate from him and cut friendship with Epstein back in 2004, I believe. That's the date. Might be a different year, but I think it was 2004. With that being said, if Epstein was very good friends with Donald Trump after that, why is it that only Maxwell was invited to the Hillary Clinton's daughter's wedding? And also it was Maxwell that the Clintons had as a spokesperson for one of their foundations. That is your Epstein files, my friend. So if the Democrats knew that Donald Trump was in those files and was compromised, believe me, they would have jumped at the chance to throw it in his face. But they didn't, because there is nothing about Trump in those files. The other thing that we do know for a fact, it's 26 flights on a plane with Bill Clinton that never got a massage with a flight to nowhere. Apparently, they just took off on a plane and did turns and landed nowhere and came back to the U.S. You guys. Man, I don't know. I try, guys. I try. Molly, does the Clintons being child predators excuse Trump being a child predator? The problem is Trump has been vindicated. Everything that he's been accused of, denied, proven false. He is clear. That's what I think. Let's see. Bill Clinton, on the other hand, there was proof he got a BJ in the Oval Office, and that was proof. So he stepped down. Sad, because I did like his policies. He talked just like Donald Trump. Did you know that? He was against illegal immigration, just like Trump. Matter of fact, his wife Hillary was also against illegal immigration, just like Trump. And yet, nobody hated them for that. Everybody supported them for that. But now that Trump is saying it, now it's a big problem. Right, Scotty? You know what I'm talking about. Scott knows what I'm talking about. That's right, Cheryl. It was Monica Lewinsky. And we all know that history. You know what, man, for being the president, really? That was the best that he could do? I don't know. I blame Hillary for Bill Clinton turning out to be the way he is. I think she over-masculine herself over him. And he just lost his, huevos. Isaiah, bro, is really lowly educated. Thank you, Isaiah. It's such a shame. That's my middle name, too. Why do people have my name? I hate that. Why would Trump move Maxwell to a low-security prison? Okay, so here, guys, this is not facts, but since you're whining and bitching and complaining about it, fine, let's talk about it. All right, this is what I think, and don't take this as a fact or as 100%. Just listen me out. Hear me out. Listen me out. Yeah, actually, listen me out. Don't hear me out. Listen me out. Because when you listen, you're supposed to pay attention, okay? I believe, or I feel that you guys might be right with the pedo thing in politics. What you're wrong is that it's Trump. But you're right to have that thought. I think that the corrupted communists, or what they call themselves Democrats, Believe me, your Democratic Party doesn't exist. I'm sorry, it's gone. We will get it back. Trust me, we will get it back. But these people that are in office on the left right now, they are corrupted up the yin-yang. Let me tell you something. This whole open border, illegal immigration, over 400,000 children missing, I blame them. I blame the left Democrats. I blame them. That is not a coincidence. All the drugs that make billions and billions of dollars, that is not a coincidence. I blame them. Now, I try not to, but you guys want me to talk about the Epstein files. The government has been so corrupted by globalism, and a lot of you guys are believing this, and I get it. See, I'm a nationalist, and I believe the economy in our nation should be number one priority, meaning businesses, local, employment, local. You know, everything that we need from clothing to medicine and all this other stuff should be local. That's what I mean by nationalist. Our interest should be our nations first. That's why we say America first. All this illegal immigration, who does it benefit? Does it benefit the Americans? No, it doesn't. Do you know what they say when you try to get rid of the cartel? Wait. We can't get rid of the cartel because there's billions of dollars helping the economy in Mexico. You know what they say over here in America when they were saying that marijuana was illegal? Hey, let's legalize marijuana. We can make billions of dollars in taxes. Guess what? Marijuana is now legal. They said, oh, we can make more money with tobacco. Let's raise taxes and tell the Americans that we want to incentive them to quit smoking. Let's raise taxes on tobacco companies. Price went from $5 to $14 a pack. I'm not saying it's good to smoke. I got 2 years no smoking. But the government sees an opportunity to make billions of dollars and they tax it. This whole illegal immigration, they think that it benefits the American people, but it doesn't. We already know Newscom admitted that thousands and hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants voted in California. We know thousands of illegals voted here in Washington State. We know this. The government slipped and mentioned it, right? So who benefits from human trafficking? If Epstein was taking all these children, underage girls, to the island, who will benefit but the people that are allowing the illegal criminality going from the border into our country? Who do we blame? Who benefits from these things? Who benefits from drugs? Who benefits from human trafficking? The same people that believe in open borders, the same people that are defending criminals in this country. That's your Epstein files. And that's why Democrats didn't want to release anything from the Epstein files. Has nothing to do with Donald Trump, but they would like to make you think so. You heard it here first on the Dennis Herrera show. Mic drop. Oh wait, I can't drop my mic because it's on my shirt. Oh man. Sorry about that, guys. That probably came out all wrong, whatever. I am a joker. And don't you forget it. Who's your daddy? Trump. That's your daddy. Respect. Respect your president. T. Martinez says, muy bien. Now, I said that about us here in America, but let me give you a little story for some of you that don't know. President from El Salvador, you guys know him because of the prison, Donald Trump sending illegals over there, blah, blah, blah. Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, his whole cabinet was against him doing what he did, okay? Is this stuff upside down? Yeah, it is. Sorry about that. That's my mic, guys. You see that little black dot on me all the time? That's my mic. Sorry about that. All right. Nayib Bukele was told by his cabinet, right? Listen, we want to stop the drugs. We want to stop the gangbangers, but let's do it in phases, slowly, because our economy is going to suffer because we're making a lot of money with this, cholos, right? Gangbangers. And Nayib Bukele said, what? No. As a matter of fact, he had a conference with them, right? And he asked the person in charge, I can't remember what the position is in El Salvador, but it's kind of like the head of the FBI or something like that, okay? He says to him, I want you to do a background check and investigate every single one of us in this cabinet. He included himself and all the people in the cabinet and the administration. And he found out that some of these people in cabinet were extortioning the people. They were getting payments from these gangbangers. And so they were allowed to kill people to a minimum so that they wouldn't be in trouble. So they were supporting criminality. And this is why they kept telling Nayib Bukele, hey, go easy on crime. You know why? Because they were benefiting. They were defending criminals because they were benefiting. What are Democrats doing in our country? Defending criminals. Why? Because they are benefiting from them. So what happens? Nayib Bukele was called authoritarian, tyrannical. What's the other name that they use? A dictator, they say. Mexican president was the one that was calling him these names. Oh, you're a dictator. You can't do that to your people. How dare you arrest so many people? They're criminals. What do you mean, how dare he? And he replied, it doesn't matter how big your country is. When you support drug lords and the cartels, you will never, ever be able to free your people in your country. Shut it up. That's President Nayib Bukele. I respect the Salvadorian president. And now the people don't want him to leave office. So he asked if he can pass a law that allows a president to run for president indefinitely. And as long as the people approve, he will stay president. That might sound bad to a lot of you, but you haven't spent decades and decades with the crime that Salvadorians have experienced in their life. Some people didn't know what peace was until they actually acquired it. So my point again is, the ones that support all criminality, they do it because they benefit from it. Let me give you some examples here in the States. Letitia James. Is James or Jones? Yeah, Letitia James. Remember that ugly statue of her in New York? They should tear that shit down. That makes New York look ugly. But she has been yelling against the president, against this real estate scam that the president had, and blah, blah, blah. In the meantime, she was paying corrupted officials to hide the fraud that she was making with real estate. But now that stuff is coming out to light, and now she's in trouble. She is in trouble. Let me read some comments here. Yeah, I'm probably losing at you guys. Let's see. God bless America. Amen. T. Martinez says, I do speak both. Good. T. Martinez, look it up. Look up for Mexico Senate. What is it? Congress, Senate. What was it called? Here, let me see if I can find it. Dang it. I forgot the name. Not that. Definitely not that. Where are you? I got the assassinations for the politicians, but that's not what I want. Look at the Senate Congress of Mexico fight. August 27, I think is when it happened. Wasn't a dictator in 2016. Self-deported, save us some money. Trail Goat, you're a fool for saying that. But you're okay with us paying millions of dollars for criminals to be defended in sanctuary cities? Go tell them that. Then I will go ahead and accept your advice. But you cannot deport American citizens. Unless those American citizens are obstructing the police and they happen to be naturalized, they can lose that citizenship, they can lose that residency, that green card holding that they have, the privilege of having. They can lose that status and be deported. I won't do that because I support this country. I try to earn favor from the American people so that they know that I love them and they accept me. Of course, that's how it works. Respect deserves respect. You give me none, I give you none. Let's see. See, guy, are you calling all the black people Trump pardon criminals? Asking for a friend. What did Siegel say? What happened? Man, I leave you guys alone for a few seconds and you guys go off. Let me see. Cheryl says, once again, Trump wasn't a dictator in 2016. Nothing changed. How many criminals has Trump pardoned? Well, now I see why. All right. You guys be nice to my black people, man. They're our brothers too. Let's see. Molly says, what crimes have these people committed in blue cities? I don't remember there being trials, juries, judges, etc. You know why? Because the judges are also blue. Guess how many crimes the Democratic Party has committed, and yet they are still in office? A lot, and they are still in office. I don't understand. This is why they need illegal immigrants, because this is how they stay in power. And as long as they stay in power, they can keep defending themselves. And because they lost power with Donald Trump being president this time, Shifty Schiff might be going to jail for 20 years. All these people that have been committing frauds and illegal things on the Democratic Party, because they lost power, they might just be going to jail. And I have said this on my shorts. I want accountability. I want to see corrupted politicians go to jail. They imprison my President Donald Trump for one day. I want to see them in 100 years in jail. That's just me. What now, Ozzy? Wait, Ozzy's here? Nathan says, preacher, bro. Thank you, Nate. Jerry Rodriguez doesn't know what country he's in. Who do you defend, Jerry? I want to know. I want to know. How am I a vendido when I support migrants? I don't support illegal criminals, but I support migrants. As long as they're Democrats, you're right. Well done, my friend. Well done. I like it. Some of you guys are making sense. Yeah. I'm glad nobody's talking about January 6th because, man, many people were lied about it. John, don't be embarrassed for me. If you don't understand the truth, I understand. Don't worry. One day you'll get it. Don't talk to me unless you have something productive, says Molly. You're only making your side look worse. And Ozzy, where's Ozzy? I haven't seen Ozzy's comments in here. Ozzy, what did you say to her? And by the way, welcome, becoming a patriot. Welcome to my team. Thanks for joining me, brother. Appreciate it. What did Ozzy say? Ozzy's normally very good. Let me find out what the hell did you say, Ozzy. Molly D. Sparrow's your fake outrage. All right, now I see. Okay, that makes sense. Now I got to see what the hell Molly said. Molly, innocent until proven guilty. Maybe we're misunderstanding here. Molly says if they committed a crime, prove it. Oh, okay, I see. All right. See, Molly, that's why Ozzy is on you like that. Ozzy is actually right in the middle of where he should be. Check the facts. Democrats, Republicans, left, right, American. That's how we make our decisions here on this chat. I know, right? Go back to Mexico, says Dennis. That is racist, bro. You're so prejudiced. I'm not Mexican, but I know what you mean. JS says, I want to debate you in caps. Are you yelling at me, bro? Logan, ¿sabes qué, güey? What's up? Go ahead. Go ahead, Logan. I'll give you a sec. 8 USC 1325, illegally entering into the country for first offense of misdemeanor crime. Second offense is a felony. Some of them are multiple, sometimes 10 times, guys, illegally crossing the border. Even after they get taught a lesson, they still do it again. They don't care. Criminals are criminals. They will do what they can. What I don't understand, guys, with this, it's that they are willing to risk their lives multiple times coming to this country illegally. Can you imagine if they use that same energy to work hard in their country and make something of themselves? Make something of yourselves in Mexico so that Mexico looks good. But you see, this is why I got into the Senate of the Mexican government. Because there is a half of the people in the Mexican government that believe, as Republicans believe, and patriots in America believe, the same values, the same things. We align with each other's ideas and values. But there is also a left, which is the president and her cabinet and her administration. And they are fighting together with a left Democrat party over here. And that's how the United States has to keep fighting amongst itself. Brush Bay, what did you say? It says message retracted. Or maybe you made a mistake. Sandra Bowman says 100%. Read this, then our facts lies. Only when it comes to dishonest. I don't know what you're talking about. I missed the conversation there somewhere. Crazy that people have been here 20 years without filing out paperwork to become a citizen. That's on them for not doing that. I agree, brother. Dude, they are fleeing poverty and gangs. Get educated. What do we have here, bro? We got poverty and gangs too. We have lots of homeless. You think we need help with that? Of course we do. Why will we accept more illegal immigrants? That's not going to help the homeless issue. That's not going to help the gang problem. We have enough of that shit here in this country. That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. You cannot accept their illegal immigration. Mass illegal immigration has hurt this country greatly. I'm surprised you don't know about that. Like, guys, I'm trying not to raise my voice here. I'm trying not to. I know, this is my channel, but I'm trying to not, okay? No one cares about Maxwell. I don't care about Maxwell. Anything she says could be a lie. And if you want her to testify, you're not going to believe what she says if it doesn't align with what you think that she should be saying. So it's pointless. It's useless. Trail, you're right. Stop yelling, you illegal. But number one, I'm not illegal. You know what? I'm going to start thinking that you guys are racist, and I'm going to start blocking you. Just because I'm Hispanic, it doesn't mean that I'm illegal. That's being racist. Let's see. Gov, it's cost $457 billion in tax resources to give them. Holy crap. Is that true? $457 billion in benefits? But they paid $100 billion in taxes, guys. Oh, well, that makes sense now, doesn't it? God bless America. No, we talked about Epstein already. You guys missed it, guys. You got to join ASAP. Matter of fact, if you want to talk about the Epstein files, rewind the live and listen to it. We already talked about it. El Pinche Memo says Epstein files need to be replaced. And Dennis is mad because immigrants from South Africa are taking his rice and beans. Carlos, be nice, man. Be nice. Africans are better than that, okay? But yes, I love my rice and beans. Red beans and rice, then mister. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other birds can deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get. Okay, enough of that. All right, that was back in the 90s. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Ah, man, old times, old times. Notice he laughs at pedophile questions. Number one, Duke. Self-deport. Who? All of you guys are in here are probably illegal. Why doesn't like rice and beans? Who doesn't like rice and beans? That's right, Cheryl, you let them know. We all like rice and beans. Except I love beans so much, you can go ahead and I will accept that you call me a beaner. I love it. My posse on Broadway. My posse is on Broadway. Nuts and chocolates. That's right, man. Let's see. What did you get here from Salviland? I don't know what that means. Give us evidence that people here illegally can vote. Stop dodging my question. JS, Gavin Newsom said that. We had a report over here. One of the people making a speech in public in Washington State acknowledged over 30,000 illegal immigrants voted in this last election in Washington State. Give me the quote, says, release the files. Here we go. Let's see what Gavin Newsom says. How many illegals voted in California? Let's see if they actually, if Google can find this information for us. Remember, Google doesn't make up the information. They'll find information where somebody said that. Let's see. Extensively researched by election officials and experts have consistently shown the instances of non-citizens, including undocumented immigrants, illegals, voting in U.S. federal and state elections. I want to hear what Newsom said. It says, no evidence of widespread voting in California has been found. So we'll give you that. But nonetheless, illegal people have voted. Let's see. Past research confirms. Brennan Center of Justice report, which included California in its review, found only 30 cases of suspected non-citizenship voting out of 23 million votes across 42 jurisdictions. And okay, let's go take a look at Newsom. Newsom acknowledges. This motherfucker probably took this video down. Acknowledge. Acknowledges. I'm trying to find this information for you. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and unpack this myth about illegals voting in California. This comes from the American Immigration Council. All right, let's get our facts straight. Illegals are not voting in California. Let's see. Over the last decade, many politicians have called for overhauling the United States election systems by mandating strict voter ID for both registering to vote and actual voting. Many have justified this instance, blah, blah, blah. The fraud is already a common occurrence. Okay, system is vulnerable, yeah. In May, House Speaker Mike Johnson even said that despite a lack of evidence, he knows intuitively that a lot of illegals are voting in federal elections. Okay, that's just a Republican saying that. We won't take that word, I get it. The Conservative Heritage Foundation has campaigned hard against voter fraud. I want to know what the Newsom comment is. Newsom, sons of bitches, they took the video down. Wow. Here's what it is. It says, Gavin Newsom is worried that illegals will be afraid to vote. Let's go take a look at this crap. What is this shit? Let's see. Gavin Newsom in LA, do you think ICE is not going to show up around voting and polling booths to chill participation? You know that. The National Guard, you know that. Everybody knows what's at stake. So we have to put a stake in the ground and do things differently. So I'm not sure how you see that comment, but Gavin Newsom is worried that ICE is going to be at the voting locations, meaning that only illegals will not show up if ICE is there. Because if you are a natural or born American citizen, you have nothing to worry about. So that's what I say. You said that's no evidence, what you're talking about. How retarded are you? If he's worried that ICE is going to be at the voting booths, that illegals are not going to be able to vote, what do you think that means, dude? Oh my God, dude. See, now I know why you guys believe what you believe. There's no evidence. How, man? All right. I'm going to ignore you, JS. Stupidity just gets on my nerves sometimes. You have to use common sense. Apparently, you don't have any. Just like I am not afraid of police officers being behind me when I'm driving because I have nothing to worry about. I follow the law as best as I can. Am I perfect? No, but I try to follow as best as I can. So it should be the same way. If you are legal and you are going to vote, you should not be afraid that ICE is at the voting booths, right? How would you do it? That's a fact. I just gave you a fact. Do you think that's going to stop voters? Legal voters? Do you think ICE is going to stop legal voters from going to the voting booths? Newsom is brain dead. I know. Karen. Welcome back to my channel. I see that you come and visit me a lot. God bless you for coming in here and showing support. Guys, I want to take this time to say thank you so much again for your likes and for subscribing to the channel. You guys are true patriots. I love you very much for that. Thank you for your support. And thank you to your Americans that have joined my channel, not just subscribe, but actually joined to support me. Remember, for the price of a small cup of coffee or a big frappuccino, you can join my channel. And once we get at least 100 patriots, we're going to do some chats in private where we can share information without being distracted by some of the junk that we see on these lives. I do want to continue doing lives because I want people to get informed. If they challenge me on some information, I pray that they go and look for the information themselves. I will tell you this. If your cup of water is full, you will not be able to add water to it. So I will say empty that cup and then go neutral and find out for yourselves what's going on, not just here in the United States of America, but throughout the world. Make the connections. Make something local. Investigate what's going on in Canada. Investigate what's going on in Mexico, okay? And then if you can go farther, do that. There is a lot of Hispanics in here that speak English and Spanish, and you guys should be able to help me gather some of that information, and then I'll go ahead and be your voice and put it out there for everybody to learn. Guys, with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for being on this chat with me. Thank you again for your support. God bless you. Thank you for coming in here and putting in your comments, positive or negative. It doesn't matter. God bless you and God bless the USA. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care. We'll see you on Monday.